My ungrateful cousin got upset at the gender of her baby at the gender reveal party, so everyone took back the gifts that they gave and left her crying. My cousin Brianna is 26, on her third pregnancy with her third boyfriend. Our family has never once judged her for her choices. My grandmother always said blood supports blood, no questions asked. Every baby shower, every birthday party, every emergency call at 2 a.m. needing formula money, we showed up. So when Brianna announced this pregnancy 6 months ago, the whole family started planning immediately. My mom spent $340 on a convertible crib from Pottery Barn Kids. My aunt ordered a custom diaper cake that cost her 2 weeks of tips from the diner. Even my uncle, who lives on disability check, set aside $50 for a gift card. The gender reveal was scheduled for a Saturday at the pavilion we rented for $175. Brianna insisted on handling the decorations herself, which should have been our first warning sign. When I arrived at noon to help set up, I stopped in my tracks. Everything was pink, and I mean everything. Pink tablecloths, pink balloon arch, pink napkins, pink plastic cups. She even had a banner custom printed that said, "Welcome Princess Amara," in glittery pink letters. Her boyfriend Deshaun was standing by the cooler looking uncomfortable. I walked up to him and asked quietly if they already knew the gender. He shook his head and whispered that Brianna was convinced God told her in a dream it was a girl. Guests started arriving around 1. My grandmother came in her Sunday dress, carrying a beautifully wrapped box with a yellow bow. My mom had the crib pieces in my stepdad's truck. Cousins, aunts, uncles, family, friends, probably 40 people total, all carrying gifts in pastel colors since nobody wanted to assume the gender, except Brianna had assumed, loudly, to everyone. She walked around touching her bump, telling people her daughter Amara was kicking. She showed my aunt the Pinterest board she made for the nursery, all pink and rose gold. She told my grandmother she couldn't wait to do her daughter's hair in beads and braids like Grandma used to do for us. My grandmother's smile got tighter every time. Around 2 p.m., Deshaun gathered everyone for the reveal. He was holding a large black balloon filled with colored powder. Before he could say anything, Brianna grabbed the microphone from the DJ table. She started talking about how she manifested this baby girl, how she prayed every night, how she just knew in her spirit this was her daughter. She said she already felt connected to Amara's soul. Deshaun interrupted her gently. He said maybe we should just remember that healthy is the most important thing, that they would love this baby no matter what. Brianna laughed and said of course, but she already knows what she's getting. My grandmother stood up from her folding chair and said loudly that maybe Brianna should agree with Deshaun before they pop that balloon, that a child is a blessing regardless. Brianna rolled her eyes, actually rolled her eyes at our 74-year-old grandmother in front of everyone. She said Grandma was being dramatic and snatched the pin from Deshaun's hand. She didn't even let him be part of the moment. She popped it herself. Blue powder exploded everywhere. For maybe 3 seconds, nobody moved. Then Brianna let out this sound I've never heard a human make. It was somewhere between a scream and a growl. She grabbed the edge of the tablecloth and yanked it. The 3-tier cake my aunt spent her whole Saturday baking crashed onto the concrete. The pink lemonade pitcher shattered. Cupcakes rolled into the grass. She started ripping down the streamers, tearing the princess banner in half. Deshaun tried to grab her arm and she shoved him so hard he stumbled backward into the balloon arch, popping half of them. My little cousin, who's only 7, started crying. Her mom picked her up and walked straight to their car without saying goodbye. That's when my grandmother did something I'll never forget. She walked slowly to the gift table, picked up her beautifully wrapped box, tucked it under her arm, and headed toward the parking lot. She didn't say a single word, didn't even look back. My mother watched Grandma leave, then walked to my stepdad and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Get the crib back in the truck." One by one, every single guest walked to that gift table. My uncle grabbed his envelope with the $50 gift card. My aunt picked up the diaper cake she spent 3 hours assembling. Cousins collected strollers and onesies and bottles still in packaging. Brianna stopped destroying decorations when she realized what was happening. She screamed at everyone to stop, that they couldn't take back gifts, that this wasn't fair. My grandmother turned around one final time. She said, "That baby didn't disappoint you. You disappointed that baby before he even took his first breath. When you're ready to be grateful for the blessing God actually gave you, you know where to find us." The last image I have is Brianna on her knees in the grass, blue powder stuck to her tear-streaked face, surrounded by destroyed decorations and an empty gift table. Deshaun was already in his car with the engine running. I heard from my aunt last week that Brianna still hasn't apologized to anyone. The baby is due in 2 months. The